two specialty events courtesy of the IHRA. The first one will pit the best sportsman racers in the country against each other from US 131 Motorsports Park in Michigan. It is the Moser Axle Mania contest. And welcome to an IHRA Nitro Jam special. We'll have two different races. It's the Moser Axle Mania Sportsman Showdown and the Elite 8 Pro Stock Shootout. Two different races, two different venues, same great fans. We'll start things off here at Martin, Michigan with the track temperature, and the general temperature was awesome. And it will feature the best sportsman racers in the world. Ken Stout calling all the action for you. Let's take a look at the ladder here. The way this works out is it's a 32-car field. The top four in the points from our 7 different Pro-Am categories. That gives us 28. Then we need 4 more to fill out that 32-car field. You see the wild card on the right side of the ladder. Those 4 positions are filled out by the top 4 fifth-place finishers from 2008. A little confusing, but it'll all make sense. Here's what they have a shot at winning. How about $22,500 to the winner? A total purse of $51,000, courtesy of Moser Axle Mania. We're going to pick up the action here in the quarterfinals. We are down to the final 8. First pair will be Thrift and Slate Cummings. We should also tell you this is a 5/10 full tree, and it is a 8th-mile race where everybody dials in, even the index cars. It'll be a great battle, no doubt. We had a chance to speak with one of the best in the business, the Bayou Bullet, Slate Cummings from Hammond, Louisiana.
This is wild card. What class are you representing?
Stock eliminator.
And talk to me about how you got here. Talk to me about your season. How have things been going so far? Because you're down to the Elite 8, and that's a pretty big check at the end of the road.
Yeah, you take points over last year at all your division races, and they take I think it's like the top 3. It earns the most points in each division. They take it, and then your top 3 of each division is always going to be your elite best.
Now on the other side of the bracket, there's also another Cummings that is moving on. And what's it like to have a brother here? Because that's kind of a sibling rivalry.
That's what we've always done. This has been a family deal since we've started. I started since I was 16, and he's been probably doing it since he's, I'd say, 10. He was driving the rigs and trucks and trailers since he was like 13 before he had a driver's license. So racing with them's just been, I wouldn't do it if they quit. I would have to quit myself. So it's just been very enjoyable.
Does it ever come down to you guys in the finals?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We get it on a bunch.
Who's the better driver? Who's the better racer? Because you know someone's going to ask that, and I'm sure a lot of fans ask that.
Of course I am.
Good answer. Well, guys, it's been a long journey for Bruce. He took out Frank. He's heading into the Elite 8. You're representing a solid class. Who are you representing, and how was your journey to get up here?
I'm running Top Sportsman, and we got here by winning State Capitol Raceway and runner-up in Immokalee, Florida, and runner-up in Pittsburgh, and won the Canadian Nationals last year. And a lot of tough guys out. I mean, it's just a long journey. You do it step by step.
Now, should you go to the finals and you win, you're going to have a huge check in your hands. What are you going to do with all that money? Because I know you do have a wife, and I think she'd be pretty proud if something went that direction.
Yep, we're going to the Bahamas. We'll do something really nice for her because she puts up with me and all this and supports me. And without her, I couldn't be here now.
Pretty nice gesture there. Slate Cummings in the near lane. Bruce Thrift in the far lane. Bruce Thrift with a 489 dial-in. Cummings with a 653. Oh, and Cummings, just like that, goes red by 0.005 of a second. So the win will go to the far lane, and Bruce Thrift, he clicks it a bit early. And I say he clicks it a bit early. How about a 489? He did not. He runs dead on with a 0 to find out if that dial-in was good. Another look at it there, you can see just leaving a little bit too early for Cummings. And these guys will dial themselves in on kill, baby. They're looking for O's today.
You're heading to the next round representing Top Sportsman. You got to be pretty pumped about hitting the next round.
Yep, I was really concerned about the last round. Slate, he's a real good friend and super racer, and you can't take nothing for granted out here.
All right, next up out of stock eliminator will be Scott Macy. Scott Macy with a 78 Volare. And he'll line up alongside a very tough quick rod driver in Britt Cummings.
Scott Macy won 2 Pro-Ams last year. Talk to me about the class you're representing and how you got to this point.
I run stock eliminator, and it's based on our divisional points from last season. I won 2 divisional races, and that's what got us here.
All you guys here in the shootout have one goal, and that's to get that check, obviously, at the end of the night. What are you going to do with the money if should that go your direction?
Well, half of it goes to the guy that owns the car. The other half goes to me. That's just, we race off of our winnings a lot, so that would help keep us racing for the rest of the year.
This is Britt. You're here with Quick Rod, advancing to the next round. How's all the passes gone so far?
So far, so good. I got lucky first round against Luke Bogacki. I really made a bad mistake and got away with it. And in the second round, I had to redeem myself. So, different day. Keep my head screwed on straight, we'll be okay.
Now, I did speak with your brother earlier, and there is a bit of a sibling rivalry there, but he said y'all have been racing forever against each other. He said he's the better driver. What do you have to say about that?
I'd say right now he probably is.
Wow, it's the first thing his sibling has ever said that.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to catch him and make sure that you can pass him and hold on to that title?
Right now, I don't race as much as he does. If I can just keep my head screwed on straight for 3 more rounds, I'll be okay.
Of course, the big difference here is Brett Cummings will have electronics in that car, in that dragster, to let go of a button at the starting line. On the other side, with the crate motor that runs in stock, he'll have to do it by the seat of his pants. And he does it better. How about that? Scott Macy takes out the 2003 Quick Rod World Champion Britt Cummings, an 026 light, and then runs dead on with a 9. On the other side, it was Britt Cummings, who had an 059 light. Missed the bulb there. That's what cost him, because he ran dead on with a 9 as well. It was all at the starting line. Great drag racing here in the Pro-Am category.
Sky, you had to do some pretty amazing things out there to advance to the next round, and that you are doing. You said you were screaming in the car, so you're kind of probably out of breath. How do you feel right now?
Well, that was kind of a tough win. I don't use the electronic stuff that the dragsters use, so whenever you can beat one of those guys, it kind of feels good. But that's where the bracket racing we do when we don't race this car comes in handy, because I'm kind of used to it.
Now he dialed in at a 451, correct? That's pretty impressive. That means you had to be ridiculous off the line.
Yeah, he's over 50 miles an hour faster than me, so it makes it a little hard to judge at the finish line, but it just worked out my way.
He got the job done. When we come back, we'll find out how the other 2 pair in the quarterfinals do with the Moser Axlemania Sportsman Showdown. Stay with us. That's 131 Motorsports Park here in Martin, Michigan. The fans being treated to a race inside of a race. It is the Moser Axlemania Sportsman Showdown. Our next pair coming up to the line will feature Glenn Ferguson in the hot rod car and Greg Smith driving the top dragster.
Well, here in Martin, we have a top dragster that is represented by Greg Smith. You're making it to the Elite 8. How is the track out there here in Martin?
It's great. This is a nice facility. It's the first time for us being here. It's a wonderful facility. We'd just like to thank Moser for sponsoring us sportsman racers in such a great manner.
For the next round, what do you have to focus on to make sure you advance to the next round after that? Because like you said, Axlemania is here. You want to make them proud. And this is something that you definitely want that check at the end of the race.
Right. Well, I've got to run Glenn Ferguson Jr. next round, so we got our work cut out for us, but we're looking forward to it. We're up to the challenge.
I'm standing here with Glenn Ferguson, and he is no stranger to being a champion. You're a 4-time world champion. You took out number 2 in the last round to stay in the Elite 8. How are things gone for you so far here in Martin?
Well, it's going real good. The track's been real good. Everything's been going good. I had a little problem first round of hot rod this morning. Had to work on the race car a little bit. And other than that, though, everything's going real good. I just want to thank Moser for everything they do to put this money up for us guys. It means the world to us, especially a low-budget team like us. So when we can run for that kind of money, it's just an awesome deal, and I can't thank those guys enough. I won this deal back in 2005, and hopefully we can win it again here today.
Big difference in speed between these 2 machines, as you might imagine. The full fendered car against the dragster. The dragster with a 474 dial-in will run about 30 miles per hour faster than the hot rod car. Those are the bulbs we're looking for. 005, 008. You can hear them whomping the throttle down there at the other end, trying to make sure they don't break out. The win will go to Glenn Ferguson in the hot rod car. A 005 light runs dead on with an 8. On the other side, Greg Smith, a 008 light, and then runs plus 011. I mean, these guys are splitting hairs. This is what it's like to go sportsman racing. How about 005s and 008 lights? It is tough out here.
I've got one more race, and this check could possibly be yours. What are you thinking right now? You're pretty stoked up, obviously. You came up with big old smiles on your face.
Oh, I do. We just got back from running, and that guy, he made a heck of a run, and I also did. And I was tickled to death when I went through and saw my win light come on. That was probably about the second happiest I've ever been other than winning the Moser shootout in 2005. But got to give thanks to those Moser guys again and everybody here to support me and help me and my family and my dad. Hoosier Tire, all those guys are just awesome.
All right, our next pair will feature Greg Slack and Gil Carty Jr. Gil Carty Jr., the super stock car out of Virginia, the 67 model Nova, and Greg Slack with a 70 model Maverick.
Talk to me real quick about the class and how you got here.
Well, we run Super Rod. Of course, that's a 990 index and 648th mile, and I was fortunate enough last year to finish high enough in points that allowed me to be in this racing class. It's a very tough class. I've been in it every year except one, and this is the first time we've been able to squeeze past second round. It's really tough drivers out there, and it's just a great ball, and there's not enough can be said to the Moser family for putting this show on for us.
So Gil is here in the Elite 8. Talk to me about what class you're representing and how exactly you got here.
I'm representing Super Stock, also Division 9. Take the top 4 cars in the world out of all 5 divisions. We get to run for $20,000.
Talk about your family history. You were speaking to me earlier about the second car that we have behind us. Your parents used to race as well, so obviously it runs in the family. Talk to me about that car.
My father started doing it in 1975, and they got married in 76. And they've been doing it for 33 years together. And since then, they've acquired 4 other cars, and I drive 2, and one of my friends, he drives the other 2.
The 67 Shoebach, driven by Gil Carty Jr. in the class of Super Stock, is a production F automatic equipped with a 2-barrel under the hood. Dial-in's almost identical with a 668 for the 70 Maverick, a 661 for the Super Stocker, and the Super Stocker with the better of the 2 reaction times, a 002 light, but missed the mark at the other end as it looks like he gave it back. He runs a 664, that's plus 034 for Gil Carty Jr., and he'll give the win back to Greg Slack, who had a 006 light, very respectable, and then runs a plus 017, 69.7 on his 668 dial-in. Great racing there, the win to the Maverick.
We spoke earlier talking about going from the Elite 8 to the next round. That's exactly what you did out there. How do you feel?
I am elated. It was a tough run, and the guy I raced is a bottom bulb racer, which uses no delay box. He was 002 to my 006. So he made a terrific hit on the tree. The track was slower than both of us thought, and I was fortunate enough to come out with a win.
Talk to me about how you felt out there on the track, because you looked solid. You're going to the next round, and earlier you had talked about really dialing in and just focusing on what you had to do.
Well, we looked at the air conditions outside, and I considered it a 60-foot liable to be as quick as it was this morning, but it wasn't. The car rotated the tires and left the starting line, and though I couldn't feel it, but like I said, I went down there at about the time I picked him up and got in the brake pedal. By the time I got in the brake pedal, I was already through the stripe. But like I said, I was fortunate to pick up that win.
So when we come back, it'll be the final 4. Who's going to make it to the finals? We'll find out. Stay with us. Welcome back to the IHRA Nitro Jam Series. We're at US 131 Motorsports Park for the Moser Axle Mania Sportsman Showdown. And the fans are having a great time out here. This was also in conjunction with a national event. But make sure if you get an opportunity to log online if you can't get out to one of our events and get some of that very cool official merchandise. Time now for the semifinals here in this awesome race. These guys are just so tough out here. And Scott Macy and Glenn Ferguson have advanced into the semifinals. Take a look at the ladder there. Bruce Thrift and Greg Slack will be our next pair. Scott Macy, one more time, in that stock eliminator car. No electronics in that one. He'll be bottom bulb racing. He'll line up next to Glenn Ferguson, the multi-time world champ in hot rod. Great wheels up start for the stalker. Here comes the hot rod. And the 66 Ford Fairlane is done with Glenn Ferguson behind the wheel. Scott Macy will get the win here. An 021 reaction time, runs plus 015 on a 695 dial in. On the other side, Ferguson was 031. He runs plus 017. So he got beat at both ends of the track in this particular instance. The win to the stalker on the far side. Great job. The 1978 Volare Crate Motor will move on to the final round.
Heading to the finals, the chance of possibly taking 22-5 home should you win the next round, Scott. How you feeling right now?
I feel great. I really want to thank the people at Moser for doing this. People don't realize that we don't pay to enter this race. This is something they do out of the goodness of their heart, basically. I mean, they gave away $51,000 today to sportsman racers, and that really means a lot to us, and I really want to thank them for that.
He's got a big check coming no matter what happens to him now. We'll find out who's going to join him in the final. Will it be Bruce Thrift or Greg Slack? Bruce Britt with a top sportsman car, the quickest category of the sportsmans that run doors on the cars. And of course on the other side will be Greg Slack, who runs the super rod category on a regular basis with a 1970 model Ford Maverick. Ford Maverick will get the head start here. The top sportsman car 20 miles per hour faster. Up on the converter there, you can see Slack's car leave hard, then it sits back down. And that's because they'll run throttle stops to try and hit that dial-in mark perfectly. The win, though, will go to the other side, and Bruce Thrift, an 039 light, put the 488 up on the board. His dial-in, a 489, so he goes under by 5 thousandths, but Greg Slack went under by more. Greg Slack goes under by 9 thousandths of a second and gives it back.
Scott, Macy, and Bruce are the finals for this next round. You're obviously riding some adrenaline right now. What's going through your mind?
Just one more time. Just trying to stay focused on what I'm doing and not let the moment wrap me up in it.
I don't know how to ask you the next question, but we've been talking about your car this whole time. It's like you said you had some problems, and it's been looking absolutely fantastic out there. I don't know what else to say to you right now.
It's a good old hot rod. I want to thank Scott Duggan for putting the motor. I mean, it's there every pass. You never have to worry about it. If I can do my job, we march on.
So Bruce Thrift and Scott Macy, the two competitors that will go at it for $22,500. We're having a great time here at US 131 Motorsports Park at Martin, Michigan. Here's a look at a couple of the cars that have done a spectacular job, not just in 2008 to make it into the Moser Axle Mania Sportsman Showdown, but also here today to make it into the final round. Guaranteed a big check no matter what, but the winner will bring home $22,500, and that's a sweet payday. Well, Sarah had a chance to talk to two very cool people representing Moser Engineering, Rob Moser and Kip Hayden, in the house with us.
None of this could have happened here tonight without Moser, and we're here with Rob and Kip. You guys have been a proud sponsor here with Nitrogen and IHR for a long time. What's it like to be part of such an amazing event?
Well, we've always enjoyed the sportsman racing. We've been sportsman racers, and to be able to do a program to reward the sportsman is really special to us.
I know I talked to a lot of the guys today, and they were really excited that they didn't have to pay an entry fee to here, and you guys are giving back to them, and this means a lot to them because it takes a lot to get here. What's it mean to you guys to hand over a check like that?
Well, I mean, just the appreciation. I mean, I get the biggest kick out of watching not just the drivers, but the fans, the family members, the crew members, the people watching it, just to see their reaction. When they get that win, the utter sheer enjoyment, throwing their hands in the air, I mean, that's what it's all about.
As you guys just heard from those two, this is very crucial to the part of motorsports, and they couldn't be more proud to be part of such an amazing event. Back to you guys.
It's a great company. Nice to see a company supporting the guys out here, and of course the guys out here support them. Bruce Thrift, the 1996 Beretta, Scott Macy. Scott Macy with a stalker in the far lane, the 78 Volare. Once again, a wheels-up start, but this time he does it too quickly, and 4 thousandths of a second is going to cost him any shot at a $22,000 payday. Bruce Thrift, on the other hand, will gladly take that money. He puts an 013 up on the board. His dial in a 486, needless to say, he didn't have to run that one all the way through the gate. Put the 632 on the board, but he had won it at the hit of the throttle. That's the beauty of being the second car. You can lay off a little bit. Now, on the other hand, Scott Macy with the stalker, he was going off the bottom bolt by the seat of his pants, trying to cut that tree down. Unfortunately, tried just a little too hard here tonight.
Well, here in Martin, Michigan, I think there's definitely a congratulations in order. Bruce, I've spoke with you all day, round after round. You told me what you're going to do with this check. And now it's here with your name on it. I guess you're going to the Bahamas, man. Congratulations.
Yep, going to the Bahamas now.
How'd you feel about that last pass? Some sprinkles started to come down. I know you were nervous before the run, but you were definitely pumped up and psyched.
Well, I knew I needed to be on because Macy, he's been good all day. I mean, just because he's a foot breaker, don't take nothing away from him. He was there.
Well, this title for the Action Motion Mania Showdown is definitely yours. Congratulations. Here's your check and your trophy.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby. You gotta love it, man. Congratulations. And also, here's how the rest of them finished up. Everybody getting some money here tonight, courtesy of Moser Engineering Axle Mania. There's a look at the final results. That's the man, though, that took the lion's share of the money here tonight. We do want to say congratulations to all 32 competitors that have made it into this event. It is so difficult. You have to be very, very good for an entire year just to qualify for this event. The top 4 in the points of your particular category, of course, 7 different categories, and then there's 4 wild cards that were able to join in the competition as well. If you love good, close, hard racing, there is nothing any better than to watch the sportsman categories go at it. These guys are wicked good, man, at the starting line, and they know how to drive the finish line. If you want to win $22,500, you will have to be one of the best in the country.